right, guys. Well, this is a very, very, very special treat. It's been a minute since we had a chance to speak with this man, but the general is in the house. Andreas Michael, the man behind All Stars Training Center, of course, Alexander Gustafsson, Khamzat Chimaev, and countless others is joining us on the program late at night from Sweden. Andreas, thank you so much for joining us, man. It's a real honor and pleasure to have you on this program.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much, guys. Sorry, I've been a little bit of hard to get a hold of. I've been all over the place, so apologize for that. We've been trying to book this for a while now.
That's all right, man. Hey, all's well that ends well, and we appreciate you taking the time. I know your daughter's sleeping; it's late at night, so really, really appreciate the effort, and the honor is all ours. Dude, before we talk about everything in the news and whatnot, we gotta kick it off with this. All Stars Training Center Spain. You just opened the brand new facility. Gotta ask you, man, how's it feel to have this thing live?
Oh, it's amazing. What a facility that is. It's its own building, and it's 4,000 square meters. So indoors, outdoor gym, MMA, CrossFit, normal gym for everyone to with machines and everything. So it's just a state-of-the-art complex, and I think we're very proud of that. Coach Reza moved there and is running it, part owner as well. So he's doing amazing things there. I just you have to go there to see it. It's a beautiful gym. It's a beautiful gym. I must say it's a beautiful gym. So that's our All Stars Spain, and we're proud of that. Really proud of that. We just opened a gym now here in another gym here in Sweden as well. Wow. 5 weeks ago.
Nice.
Yeah. So we moved location from the old All Stars to a bigger and more updated All Stars in Sweden as well. So we're working. Maybe we'll come to Australia soon.
Yes, come to Australia. That would be amazing. But the facilities look amazing, man. Spain. If me and Casper ever go, we'll make sure to stop in. It'll be one of our first stops. We've never been to Spain before, but it's making us want to go even more. And I want to get. Yeah, man. Oh, it looks unbelievable. But we want to get straight into it, man. The big question everyone has had on their mind: what is the latest with Khamzat's next fight? How are we looking?
Well, he just wants to do the Ramadan, and he's focusing on his religion, and after that, he's gonna start. So all respect to that, and we're just ready to go when he gets back.
You guys were in training camp though a couple of months ago, right? You started the training camp.
Yes.
So in your mind, what was the?
We're getting ready for Pereira.
You get Pereira, yeah.
Yeah, that fell out. So everyone's calling out Khamzat. I know he's probably the money fight now, so. We don't take a lot of that serious. No, we don't take anything of that serious, to be honest with you. Because if the top dogs took all the call-outs seriously, then they'll be it has to make sense. He has to make sense. The guy, every time you fight, you only have a certain amount of fights in your whole lifetime. So make them count. He's not on that at that stage now where he's just gonna show that he's tough and take on people that they don't pave you forward. They just keep you stagnating. We all respect to everyone. It's just that things need to make sense. You don't have to prove we're the toughest, the biggest, and the strongest. You have to win our fights, and that's the only thing we've got to do. And that's what we're doing. I think that at the end of the day, the fights that we're taking right now have to make sense, and they got to pave his future.
How close?
Because everyone's calling him out.
Yeah, well, yeah,
everyone's calling him out now.
You can open you can Google Khamzat basically every day, and go on the news, and there's always a new caller. There's always somebody. But I'm wondering, with the Pereira fight, how close was it to happening, and what ultimately was the main reason why it didn't happen?
I don't know. It's like we were getting ready for that. I don't know how close that was. Like if it was, we just thought that okay, there's a chance that like the card in Brazil was like kind of like screaming for a main event, and we said let's go, let's go. It was logical, let's go, but didn't happen. So you know, so I just think that it would have been a great fight, and hopefully we'll get that fight in the future.
We saw that
if we get that fight in the future, if he's still the champ.
Right. And that's something we want to touch on in a second. But we also saw Khamzat mentioned Robert Whittaker at middleweight. And I'm guessing this would be after Ramadan in his mind. But I'm just wondering, how did that fight come around? Was that something that you guys discussed?
There's nobody else left. Like, so like, we're thinking like, okay, like, it's for me, guys, I would prefer like a title shot. You know, I just like go right to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
So, like, I just want to like go for it directly. If I had to choose, like, but Robert Whittaker was didn't have a fight. He was like one of the few that like was free at the moment, but that didn't materialize either for different reasons. And you know, it's I just think that it was like the guy is like looking for a fight. An amazing guy, amazing, and a great fighter as well, a great fighter. So he was just putting the dots together. And Khamzat wanted it. He wants to fight everyone, actually. So it's we have to like pull the reins in a little bit. But that's our job. That's our job, like to make sense of all everything happening and guide him in the right place.
Did the UFC offer it? Were they officially trying to make the fight?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It's like both guys were just like talking. You know how it is on Instagram. Like on Instagram, it's like you read, you see things, but 90% is never happening. You know. So. Like both guys were trying to get that fight, but it just didn't materialize.
It's interesting because with Rob, he's such a tough fight. Khamzat calling him out, you know, there's a lot of respect in that because so many people don't want to fight Robert Whittaker because he's such a tough challenge. I wonder, when you look at that fight, like in your mind, how does Khamzat match up with the skill set of Robert Whittaker?
I think that Robert, like, all respect to him. Like, Robert is an amazing guy. Like, he never talks shit. Like, he's a nice guy. Like, he's a hero. You know, one of the good guys. Like, so, like, he's not a villain. He's one of the good guys. So I think that like he's like he's a pretty tough fight. It's a pretty tough. I must say, it's a pretty tough fight, but I don't think they can take the pressure and the intensity like 99% of everyone else of Khamzat. They question his stamina, but when you come and train him, you're gonna understand like how his stamina and what his power is like Neil Magny found out. So like before these are locker room stories, you know. Like these are gym stories saying like, oh, it comes like this, it comes like that. But at the end of the day, like once you have to experience it to actually like understand that it's like getting hit by a fucking train.
Mm.
You know, and that's what like Neil Magny understood, that it was like and Kevin Holland, like they talk the talk, everyone's calling him out and everything, but when you actually train with him and when you actually understand what an animal he is, because he trains like he fights, all in with everything he does. So once you're in there, then you actually understand that this guy is nuts, absolutely nuts.
I was just going to mention, I know you mentioned Kevin Holland just before. I just want to confirm something with you, Andreas, and I wonder if you know much about this. I saw Khamzat mentioned that Nate Diaz, in that fight that didn't happen, was apparently offered an extra $2 million by an outside party to take that fight. I just wonder, like, do you know much about that? Did that actually happen from what you understand?
To do what?
To take the fight, to take the fight with Khamzat that night at UFC 279 at a higher weight.
Look, let me tell you one thing. Like, first and foremost, if you saw the main event there, you would understand, like, every one of us that knows about fighting understood that the best thing that Nate Diaz did was fight like Ferguson. That's the best. That was like a blessing from high above, you know. Like, with those two and that performance that they've done, like, they've seen better days. And we all agree. I'm not being mean now. The guys have a lot of wear and tear on them, and anyone with a long career like that is getting to the end of their careers now, and that is like, Nate, how many years has he been in the UFC? Like Ferguson, Tony, how many years has he been in the UFC? You know, so. Like, it's fighting, you cannot do fighting for the rest of your life. Like, fighting is only like something that you can perform at the highest level only a certain period of time, and because the training to beat the best has to be somewhat tearing down your body, physically, mentally, like whatever, and that's the only way that you can compete with like these young like stars that are coming up now, because they train like as if it's no tomorrow, you know. So putting your body through that, you decay, as they say. Like, you age fast, and it was obviously like it was obvious on the night. I think that, like, Nate never wanted the fight anyway, and he said it countless times in interviews. He never wanted the fight. Nate has had an amazing long career with given amazing fights. So I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being realistic. You know, like, Nate was and is one of the UFC like great fighters, you know. So, and but he just can't compete with the young stallions anymore, because he's had a career for like how many decades. Anyway, what my main point was, what I wanted to say there was that I just think that, like, Nate was like never wanted the fight. And of course, it was our obligation to like make weight. But when we didn't want weight, and when he was offered, like, when things were thrown at him to take the fight, he just said no. No, and I don't blame him. I swear to God, I don't blame him. I blame us for not making weight. You know, because that would have been a tremendous win. A tremendous win. I think that Kevin Holland would have been on paper a harder fight. On paper, a harder fight.
Yeah.
And Kevin Holland is a tough dude. Kevin Holland is a tough dude. you know, and he's fresh. Is that he's hasn't got a lot of wear and tear on him. Is that he's a tough dude, you know, and on paper I thought it was going to be a harder fight, but it just proves again that what a animal Khamzat Chimaev is. Just a pure beast. And I think that Nate's happy with what happened. I would be as well.
In a lot of ways, especially if you're a Nate Diaz fan, which I think we all are. Like it worked out well for Nate in the sense that he got that
Worked
final
out well
goodbye.
for Nate. Like I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
I'm happy for him. You know, I'm not a hater. I don't work that way. I'm happy for him. Is that he shouldn't be in those type of fights anyway. Like with Khamzat Chimaev and all these up and coming hungry dudes, you know, he shouldn't be like. You know, we need to take care of these guys, not like throw them in with the lions.
Yeah. Just before you were on Khamzat being a beast and stuff, and even the weight, man, how big is he at the moment? Because everything that we're seeing, he looks massive.
Well, he's getting strong for the new weight class.
Yeah. So it's definitely
middleweight. He's strong for the new weight class. So it's middleweight.
Yeah.
He's going to fight at middleweight. So, like, but you know, like if the title comes at welterweight, miracles can happen, and they will happen. We'll get him down. Don't worry.
Just quickly, Dennis, before you go, who do you think wins next month, Leon and Usman?
Well, all logic says if you watch the fight with Leon, and you watch the fight like with Usman in the last fight, if you see them like who was winning in the last fight, then I would have to say that like that with the performance that happened, you don't count a performance by just one shot. You know, with the performance that Usman and Leon put last time, I would say that like Usman will win this one. But I'm rooting for my boy like Leon. Yeah. So, like, but both good guys. They're like Usman is a tremendous fighter. Leon is a tremendous fighter. Leon's got like a win streak from God knows like how many fights. So he deserves it. Like God bless them both. God bless Leon. Like, he's at the tough time. Like got done everything for that belt, and God bless him.
Yeah, sorry to jump in, but I was just going to say, yeah, he's one of those guys where I think so many fans have followed his journey that when he was able to win that fight last minute with that head kick, I mean, I think it captured a lot of people's kind of hearts when they saw that, because it was such a come from behind moment for him. So,
and that's what I'm saying. If you accept, like, this is what I tell a lot of my fighters, you know, like, never accept defeat till the bell rings, you know, because you can always change the fight with the blink of an eye. Like, you can it's in anything can happen at any time. So if you accept the concept, what's happening, and you're just like riding out the clock, you accept defeat. But if you're trying, then you create situations. And Leon was behind, but he was still digging in and trying, and he pulled it off. And at the end of the day, is that you fight to the last second. You fight to the last second, you know. And the thing, I just think that like it was an amazing win, because Usman was one of the best champions out there, and his track record shows. I think that when you talk about somebody's legacy, you talk about somebody's legacy by the achievements they've done, not because you out of the air pull off like, he's the greatest. No, he's the greatest. No, he's the greatest. Like, results and statistics say what you've left as a legacy and where you should be ranked in history, not by opinions or by I want this guy to be here or there or like in what number or whatever. It's like you just take the record of one guy, you just take the record of the other guy, you just take the achievements of one guy, take the achievements of the other guy, and you measure everything up, and then you see what traces they've left in history. Like John Jones, for me, for example, is like unopposed.
Oh wow.
Unopposed, like he's never lost, and if he wins the title now, he's already the best like in ever, I think, at the moment. But if he wins the heavyweight championship of the world, is that he's sealed the deal. And like two-time world champions, like the ones that have won 2 belts, like the ones that have defended their belts like for 9, 10, 8 years, like whatever. Like these are guys that have left a legacy. These are guys that should be mentioned in history. Like for me, so this is just, and then not taking away anything from anyone else. I'm just saying like that. My opinion, I respect all champions. I respect everyone, But when I'm a boxing purist,
Yeah.
I like, for me, for example, like Julio Cesar Chavez is at like 82, like 88 fights in a winning streak, and he must be absolutely in the top of the all-time greats in boxing. Why he's not, I don't understand, So, but things like this, like so, and undefeated records are very, what can I say, misleading. Undefeated records, like, because they can be undefeated for many different reasons. Undefeated records, like, it's still, I go with not with because a person's undefeated, but what they've achieved and what they've done in their career, and that's, at the end of the day, that to me is more important. Like, coming back from a loss and winning a title, that's like that rising up from like a phoenix. That's an achievement. That's the sign of a champion as well, because life is about ups and downs, and sometimes you can't win them all, but it's how you respond. But in the downs, that shows true character. And yeah, by the way, we have like this week, I think, like one of our top female fighters is fighting one of the Australia's top female fighters.
Oh wow, that's a big one. Give us a little bit of information on that one for everybody watching, and where they could check it out.
It's in UEA Warriors.
Yeah,
it's happening on the 25th of February, and it's Josephine Knudsen, Little Thunder, versus Jacinda. I can't remember her. Excuse me. Very good fighters, both of them. Like, it's a good test for our fighter. But I believe that, like, to be the best, you have to fight the best. So it's no use getting into the UFC and then it's like you're a dud,
Yeah.
So you might as well like be the real deal. Otherwise, don't even bother.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a good test for us. And Jacinda is a pedigree. She's a good fighter, and it will be a good victory. But she's respectable to her and her team. They're solid.
Yeah, 100%. Jacinta Austin, man, representing Australia. Big shout out to her. And UAE Warriors, man, it's a great show, and they have a lot of like young and up and coming fighters. So definitely check them out. Speaking of excellent shows, you're nuts. If you're going to show them, make sure they are looking excellent. Make sure they are the best version of you and themselves. And no better way to do that with Manscaped's Lawnmower 4.0, the pound greatest grooming tool in the world. Get your black belt in ball shaving with its ceramic blade, the skin-safe technology, the LED light, the waterproof features, the wireless charging dock to make your life easier. And if you get the Platinum Package 4.0, not only do you get the best value, you also get the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Ultra Premium Body Wash, the Ultra Premium 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, Ultra Premium deodorant, Crop Preserver anti-chafing ball deodorant, Crop Reviver ball spray toner, and the free gifts of the boxes and shed travel bag. There is no way you won't be the best version of yourself and smelling phenomenal. Isn't that right, Dennis?
That's right, man. You guys get 20% off and free shipping with the code word submission right now. Jump on, grab some today, and don't forget to share it with us on social media. Give us a tag. We love seeing all of our listeners change their lives forever thanks to Manscaped, Cass.
That's right. Also, don't get your credit card details and personal information stolen these days. There's a new hacking every day, it seems. NordVPN protects you from trackers and all sorts of people who are trying to steal your identity and your information. I know a lot of people like to check out the spicy websites on incognito mode, but guess what? Doesn't do anything. Your internet service provider still can see everything that you are looking at. With a VPN like NordVPN, nobody can see what you're looking at. Also, things are cheaper in other countries. Let's say you want to subscribe to Netflix, but your local currency is a good currency, so then you're paying top dollar. Well, make your computer think you're in Mexico and then pay for Mexican Netflix. You still get all the great titles, but you're doing it at cheaper rates. Same thing for flights. Same thing for all sorts of other subscription services. You can save a whole bunch of money. And the best thing of all is even though the VPN is running in the background, there's no speed throttling, no buffering. So you experience internet at those premium speeds you love. Isn't that right, Dennis?
That's right, man. And it's Nord's 11th birthday. So not only do you get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, but they're giving away a birthday bonus gift as well. Grab this exclusive deal right now by going to nordvpn.com/submission, or just click the link in the description below. And it's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. But Andreas, just quickly before we get off welterweight, I know you mentioned the title shot would bring you guys back. I know Conor McGregor is currently going to be fighting Michael Chandler. I wonder if McGregor is victorious, is that fight big enough for you and Khamzat to potentially consider going back to welterweight, or is it really just about the title at this point?
Of course, that is a mega fight. That would be a mega fight. That is a mega fight. But you know, at the end of the day, Dennis, it's not me that's making weight. So, like, if Khamzat feels that he wants to like go down to welterweight, I believe that he can do it. He can do whatever he wants. If you put on your mind to it, you can do whatever you want. Piece of cake.
How big do you think that fight would be compared to the fights in history?
Blockbuster. It will be an amazing fight. Box office hit, pay-per-view. What a fight that would be. Wow.
I gotta ask, like, you guys last fought in September. You know, obviously Khamzat got that quick win over Kevin Holland. Did you ever imagine a situation where like we'd be in February and still no fights lined up? And obviously you guys having to kind of stop the camp because of Ramadan. Like, has this whole process been frustrating for you, Andreas?
Yeah, it has actually. It has been frustrating because we're used to getting fights back to back. And a lot of people say they want it, but they don't want it, you know. So, or they price themselves out. Like, I know this, and then it's like all of a sudden they want $1 million. You know, like when their contract is like 50 plus 50. So is not logical either. That. So like, you know, that's the fight game. Guys are like just doing their work, doing what they need to make a living, and to make a name of themselves. So I never take these things serious. I just want to progress, and I want to progress, The fight game is about slagging people off, slagging your opponent off, like Well, one thing that I think that I would like to see, you know, I would like to see like a little bit better would be like people being like a little bit more like, because I have kids now as well, you know, so I would like people to be a little bit more like, I know it's the fight game and people have to like talk about each other and do this and that, but do a little bit more respect, you know, like I think that would be like, these guys are role models. I'm talking about everyone in general. Right? These guys are role models for kids, and then we have people like doing stuff that are beneath the role model, like that should be persona out in the to our kids. And I think that we need to get back to these like Michael Jordans, Muhammad Ali's. You know, we have value and we have like a lot of this stuff. So yeah, I think that is. I just wanted to put that out.
Good message. Yeah.
I just wanted to put. I was just thinking about that a couple of days ago when I was watching. Like,
what were you watching that kind of brought that on? Who was talking?
I was watching somebody
trash?
like doing like. I'm gonna get a lot of hate like now but I was watching somebody do like an open workout and smoking weed, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself,
Wonder who that was.
I think like, you know, like would a Michael Jordan do that? Would a Muhammad Ali do that? Would like these guys that I would like my kids looking at, like getting like life lessons from and having as role models, putting their posters on their walls. And I mean, that was the first thing that went on my mind, you know, like how much we're pushing the envelope these days, and how much what we can say is right or wrong, and pushing it to the limits. Just look at the media now, like what shit they're throwing out there in people's faces. Like, I don't want to get into politics, you know, but there's a lot of shit out there now that's just crazy, you know. So I just think like that we've lost a little bit of what martial arts is about. Martial arts is about the old traditional, like these Bruce Lee movies of integrity, respect. I'm talking about everyone. I do mistakes as well. I'm not, you know, I get into like all these slagging wars and stuff like that. Like, I'm not like by far like following the Bushido way, as they say, you know. Like, like, but you know, like, I got the dark side. I think it pulls me in as well, you know.
Yeah.
But it just needs to get back to the values that we all were watching on TV, like the old karate dojos, you know, where if you spoke against your instructor, like, you beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So, you know, now it's turned. Now it's the other way around.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Now it's pretty much the other way around. Like, you know, you bow it. Like, I grew up on these, like, you know, like these like kung fu movies where like you used to punch and it would echo and things like that, tiger style, like snake style, like all this stuff with Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and all this. So that was like my start into what got me into like martial arts. And I always like admired like all the tradition and the, you know, the culture. Yeah.
I get it. I can get behind that, man. 100%. Before we let you go, Andre, a couple more quick things just regarding Khamzat's next opponent. Did the UFC offer you anybody? And I'm curious who they offered you that sort of, you know, fell apart and didn't work out.
No, They didn't offer us anyone.
No one since
Like,
September. Not one name.
we're just they're just trying to get the the world looks is not at the moment very nice,
Mm-hmm.
like with all the situations happening and everything happening in the world right now, like, so it's the people are just like trying to make sense of everything, and what we're trying to do is like we're trying to like get a fight, but people like are booked. There's not people have like say they want to fight but they don't want to fight. People price themselves out, and there's some people that of course they want to fight as well, but it don't make sense, like so there's a lot of factors into like the things that like we're not just a fight for the fight's sake, like we're not, we need to like things have to like pave the way forward, like just like of course like there's a lot of people that wanna fight Khamzat, and if he like wanted to, he'd just go like, who's in the top 20, but I think we're past that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like, I think that we need to like get the top dogs right now. The top dogs, or go for a title fight for top dogs, like the number one contenders, or a title fight. And that's why there's not a lot of like choices out there at the moment,
Mhm.
because there's only our spectrum has closed. It was broad before. Now it's like closed down, and we're honing it into like we want the number one contender or the champ, preferably the champ.
Mm.
And I think he's earned it.
So ideal scenario next fight, because Ramadan finishes in April, so like maybe Khamzat will be fighting International Fight Week. In your words, ideal scenario, you just face the winner of Adesanya Pereira, right?
That would be the ideal fight. That would be the ideal fight, of course, like for us. Hopefully, like, and then he goes up to like heavyweight.
Yeah.
So no, but that would be the ideal. That would be a great option for us. But I trust the process, and I know the UFC has a plan for us, and I think that at the end of the day, everything came so fast. It was fast and furious. Now it's slowed down, and people are shocked. Oh shit! Like, where is he?
Yeah.
But like this is normal. It's nothing like that. This is like fighters fight like 2-3 times a year. The average fighter fights 2-3 times a year. So like Khamzat fought like 2 times in 2 weeks, in 1.5 weeks. So it was like it's just like it happened so fast, and now when it's slowing down, like everyone's like, oh shit, like why? But hey, like I told you, like the spectrum was broad before, but now it's honed down to like a specific like thing, and that's like the number one contender or a title shot. Hopefully a title shot, and we'll see like what the options are. There's a couple of title shots now with Adesanya, and then with Leon, and for us, like, God bless all 4 of them. Like, I hope like they do an amazing show and the best men win. And at the end of the day, like, I think that whatever they give us. I can't like. I don't know what the future holds, but the only thing that I can control is like that we can control is his preparation. And like if he's ready, he's gonna be ready, like he always is. So that I can control. So I think that by after the Ramadan, I don't know when the Ramadan is done.
April, I think 23rd.
Is it in April?
Yeah.
Is it April? Okay. I think the Ramadan
20th.
finishes in April, and we have to understand that the Ramadan is like, you know, you need a couple of weeks to get back your body back into with how like everything is. So like, and then after that, like we think about like what date we're gonna fight. So he told me he wants to do his Ramadan, and all respect to that, absolutely he's gonna do it, and I'm behind him 100%. And when he's done and he's ready, then we're here ready to prepare him to get another quick victory, because it will be a quick victory. Whoever, like I told you, like people talk a lot. Oh, he's a beast, and he's this and he's that. Like, oh, I know this, like, you know, but they don't actually understand till they're in a training session with him, and he's on top of you, and you feel that you think the cardio is going to finish, but he just keeps on going on and on. He has another, you know, it comes out. Let me tell you one thing, so everyone understands. He has a method of how when he's training with somebody. He just puts like the one gear, and you might do like good the first or second round with him, but he's going to keep that gear for 1 hour. Wow. Until he gets you, and he just keeps on going on and on and on and on and on. Just when you think he's going to slow down, he actually accelerates. And that's why, like, it's hell training with him. It's absolute nightmare training with him. He never stops. He never. The guy never stops, and he is relentless. Like with it, he always goes for the challenge. He's not one of those guys that if he thinks that, oh shit, like this guy's tough, I'm going to avoid him for 2 rounds or rest 1 round or all this. If he rests 1 round, that means you're resting 1 round. So he wants to be on you to break you in the next round, because he knows that he's not going to slow down, and you are. Understand? That's his mentality. That is his mentality. That is this guy's mentality. You understand? He just goes on and on and on and on, like, and he's like, it's savage. It's savage. It's absolutely savage. Like training with him, but he gets the best out of you, and he prepares you. Like you're training with him is that you have to be in the best shape of your life training with him. And that's why so many people win when they train with him.
Well, I'll tell you, Andreas, we can't wait to see you guys back in action after Ramadan. And as we wrap up, I just want to again call out to the fact that you guys have that amazing gym in Spain. Everybody can follow it at All Stars Gym Spain. And of course, congratulations on the new gym in Sweden. Make sure to follow that as well at All Stars Gym Sweden. And of course, check out the NFTs and all the great stuff at Block Assets as well. Our friends over there too, the Smash Bros. Amazing guys. The NFTs are on point, and hopefully we see a general NFT coming to the market sometime soon.
I don't think that will sell that much.
Hey, we'll buy one. We'll buy one. It'll be one of one, and we'll own it. Andreas, thank you so much for joining us late night, man. It means a lot to us.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you for having the patience. Thank you guys. Like the people from Australia, they're amazing guys. The people, amazing, tough. You guys have a tough fighters.
This is why they call you the General. Smart man, you know Australians. Thanks for your time, Andreas. Have a phenomenal night.
Thank you very much.
Have a great night. Thank you so much. What an honor. Bye-bye.